everybody, this is Adam with Arcade Galactic, and today I am going to play a game that's quite a bit of a rarity, and it's one that not a lot of people know exists. The game that it's a sequel to, a lot of people are familiar with, as that was called Dragon Spirit, but the sequel, Dragon Saber, didn't receive any home ports, at least on any major console. It might have been released as a port on one of the Japanese-only systems back in the day. But Dragon Saber came out in 1990, and it plays a lot like Dragon Spirit, but in my opinion it's a little better, as it added a little bit more to it, such as co-op play and a little better graphics and things like that. Now, if you're not familiar with this series, it's a scrolling vertical shoot 'em up, or shmup as some call them, and you play as a dragon, and as you get power-ups you get more heads and things like that. But in this one I think they added more types of weapons to the mix. But this also has a lot to do with Xevious, and that's another cool aspect of it, is where some of the targets on the ground, you can hit them with a bomb, or your fireball bomb. So we've had this since the beginning of this year, and like I said, this is extremely rare in the arcade form as it is, and so there is a little bit of wonkiness on the screen there, but for the most part it's fine. And one other thing I wanted to show you, that we've been trying to figure out exactly how to mount this to the cabinet safely so that it can't be removed and pose any danger, but we actually have a Dragon Saber, a Dragon Sword that I found at DI a few years back, and it's like, that looks cool, and maybe there's a way I can figure out how to mount it to the cabinet. So maybe one day I'll figure something out that doesn't look tacky, but that would fit. But this was converted, I think, from a Data East heavy barrel cabinet, and that's one reason why it's also rare, is that as far as I'm aware, this did not receive a dedicated cabinet released by Namco back in the day. And Dragon Spirit, when that was released in the United States through Atari Games, but Atari Games didn't carry this. Maybe they didn't feel Dragon Spirit sold enough, or they had other things that they wanted to focus on at the time. They had Rampart and things like that. But yeah, let's play some Dragon Saber on the real thing, on emulation, and see how I do on one credit. Okay, so I am only going to play this on one credit, not two, to see how far along I get. Another thing about this one is, just like Dragon Spirit, it has an awesome soundtrack. If you don't fire, it'll just charge up. This would have came out the same year as Raiden. I do have Raiden 2, but I need to fix that. There's a problem with the monitor. Some extra heads. Better than one or two. Oh, geez. That was horrible. Doing fine. So the bosses will also have things. Or you'll want to use your bombs too. So once you take those turrets out, it's pretty straightforward. The art design on this game is really interesting. Just the way that enemies are done and everything. A lot of fodder. I mean, there are some fodder enemies, but plenty of non-fodder ones too. Dragon Spirit, so I can't remember exactly, but I think that some of these dragon types were not in that one, just in this. change their size, resolution on the screen. That was a big thing back in the late 80s, early 90s, before 3D was a thing. This might be the end of the road for me. Saber. So again, very rare game. I have no idea of any other arcade out there that has this other than maybe Galloping Ghost in Brookfield, Illinois, although I'm not 100% sure if they have it or not. I would just assume that they do. But for Utah, definitely nobody has this game sitting around. So if you're into scrolling shoot 'em ups, I mean, we've got this, we've got Darius Burst. This is another rarity. Only 7 of these exist in English. We have Afterburner, which is a game we picked up the same day that we got Dragon Saber. We have Space Invaders. We've also got Galaga Assault, which is kind of a new age shoot 'em up. We have Strikers 1945. I also have 1945 too, so if anybody's interested in us posting that one as opposed to this first one, we can. And then we have this one stuck in the back, Macross Plus. Might swap this out with Armed Police Bat Rider again. Not sure, haven't thought about it yet. And then of course, over here, as I've shown before, we have Lightning Knights, which is not a shoot, well, it's kind of a shoot 'em up, just like a dungeon crawling shoot 'em up, like Smash TV meets Gauntlet. But then we have Haka and Blue Type R, which this is one of those bullet hell shooters that I talked about, that if you're really into dodging bullets and lots of stuff on the screen with no slowdown on this one, then there you go, we're your place to go. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next video.